When we read the Bible, we get the clear message that we are to treat other people who are vulnerable by recalling our own human condition and how God treats us. Our first reading from Exodus places observance of God's law in the context of the people's time of enslavement in Egypt. Now, in the Promised Land, they are to respect the stranger on their doorstep and to return a poor man's cloak to him for the night, even though that cloak guarantees his repayment of a loan. The clear conclusion: since God's been good to me in my times of real need, now I must behave the same way toward others. In the gospel today, Jesus answers a test question from a scholar of that same Mosaic law about which commandment in the law is the greatest. Jesus' answer echoes what every observant Jewish person knew: love of God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love of our neighbor as ourselves. But in the preceding pages of Matthew's Gospel, we've seen Jesus putting that definition into action. He comes as the new Moses, not just teaching, but living those commandments as he welcomes outcasts and sinners to the table and teaches the love of enemies. And soon our year-long study of Matthew's Gospel will end at the conclusion of the church year with the ultimate judgment scene. As often as you helped the least of my brothers and sisters, you helped me. If we gaze into a mirror and are honest with ourselves about how many times we've been forgiven, about how often we've been welcomed to God's table even though we're sinners, and how our humanness is embraced by the loving God revealed in Jesus, then we can put the mirror down and gaze on the face of a brother or sister in need, one who lives on the margins of our society, one who seeks to know his or her God-given dignity, and then love that neighbor as ourselves.